Good morning all students of class 6. As we have started chapter number 1 and that is food, where does it come from? And today we are going to discuss the topic food habits of animals. Food habits of animals. First of all, it should be clear that human beings are also included in group of animals. So we are going to start from human beings. Like human beings, we eat different types of food. These are called our food habits. Means sometimes we are eating the product of wheat, sometimes we are eating rice, sometimes we are eating fruits or like other things. So these all things we are getting from plants. For example, wheat, rice, maize, cereals, pulses and fruits, vegetables, leaves, flowers, a lot of dry fruits, all these we are getting from plants. So these are plants product, but sometimes we are eating meat, that can be fish, that can be poultry like hens, or sometimes we are eating eggs, sometimes we are taking milk or milk products, dairy products. So all the things are related to animals. Means sometimes we are getting the food from the plants and sometimes we are getting the food from the animals. And these are called the eating habits. These are eating habits of human beings. Let's come towards the other animals. Other animals also have the habits like the human beings. Some animals, they are getting food directly from the plants. They are called, the plants are called producers, and these animals are getting food directly from the plants or plants part. And some animals, they are eating the flesh of other animals, and some are eating both the plants and the flesh of other animals. So these are the different habits of animals. So regarding their habits, there are some categories, and these categories are called herbivores, carnivores, omnivores and scavengers. And these four groups are made only due to the food habits of animals. Because for example, first of all, we will talk about plants. Plants or all the green grass or like something, they are called producers. Why they are called producers? Because they are preparing, plants preparing their own food in the process of photosynthesis, and they store this food in different parts of plants, and they are called producers because they are producing their food for themselves. Means itself they are producing food, so they are called producers. Let's discuss about the herbivores. Herbivores are the animals which eat only plants and plants product. They are called herbivores. The animals which are eating plants and plants product, they are called herbivores. What do you mean by plants product? Plants product means sometimes the animals are eating fruits, sometimes they are eating nuts, sometimes they are eating some leaves. So these, sometimes they are eating stem, sometimes they are eating roots. So these are called plants product. So all the animals who eat only plants and plants product, they are called herbivores. The example of herbivores are lot of in our daily life. For example, cows, buffalo, sheep, goat. These are the herbivores. Like horses, donkeys, they all are herbivores. A lot of other animals can be the example of herbivores. So, and herbivores, they have proper teeth for chewing the plants part and plants, and their stomach is also present in a way that they can easily digest the plant and plants part. Means their body is their teeth and their stomach is designed in a way that they do not feel any problem when they are eating or digesting the plants or plants part. And the next are carnivores. Carnivores, they eat the flesh of other animals. When we talk about the carnivores, the first name which comes in our mind is lion. Lion, tigers and other wild animals which eat the flesh of other animals, they all are called carnivores. But they eat only the flesh of other animals. First we have discussed the animals, herbivores, which eat plants and plants part or product, and now the carnivores, they eat flesh of other animals. They are called carnivores. When we talk about the carnivores, two words come in our mind: predator and prey. What are predators? Predators are the animals which are eating the flesh of other animals. Means with which animals they are hunting the other animals. So the animal which is eating the other animal, that will be called predator, and the animal which is going to be eaten, that will be called as prey. For example, we are going to discuss the example of deer and lion. So which will be the predator? Lion will be the predator, and who will be the prey? The deer will be the prey. Or if the rabbit and the fox, so what will be? The predator which is eating the other animal, and the prey which is going to be eaten, that is called as prey. So the carnivores are, the example of carnivores are tiger, lions, pythons. Pythons are very big snakes. That is present at the book page number 9. And wolves. These are examples of carnivores. Carnivores, they have sharp teeth to tear the flesh of other animals, and their size, their color is different, their body structure is different. For example, when we talk about the lion and the python, snake, a big snake, so their body structure is entirely different. But no matter the body they are having, but their body organs are designed in a way that they can easily digest the flesh of other animals. Next is omnivores. Omnivores. Sometimes the animals are eating plants as well as other animals' flesh. So the animals which are eating both plants and animals, they are called omnivores. They are called omnivores. Means omnivores are the animals, a group of animals that eat both plant and animals. They are called omnivores. Bears, foxes and human beings, they are called omnivores. Crows, sparrows and aquatic animals like shark and whales, they are also called omnivores. Because, for example, if we take the example of human being, we are eating the chicken or chicken products, and as well as we are eating vegetables, we are eating the leaves of the different plants, we are eating fruits of the different plants, we are eating eggs which we are taking from the hens. Means both plant and animal and their products we are eating. So these group of animals which eat both plants and animals, they are called omnivores. Crows, you have seen that sometimes they are eating the piece of meat and sometimes they are eating the grains. So they are also called as omnivores. Likewise, bears, foxes, sparrows and aquatic animal. What do you mean by aquatic animal? Aquatic animal, aqua means water and aquatic animal mean the animal which are living in water. Like shark and whales, they both are omnivores. Next is scavengers. These are different from omnivore, carnivore and herbivores. In which way they are different? They are different in a way that they eat the dead and decaying food. When the animal becomes dead, they eat these dead animals and the parts of dead animals. And sometimes we are watching that the animal's body is going to decay and there is a lot of bad smell or like something, but few animals are eating that dead animal or decay animal. Decay means when the food becomes rotten, that is called decaying food. So the animals which eat on, they live on dead and decaying food, such type of group of animals is called scavengers. The true scavengers, example of true scavengers is vultures. Vultures, you have seen, they belong to the family of birds and they are big in size, and when if there are any dead body of animal, they come and eat the fleshy part of the dead body. Hyenas, jackals and bears, they are not the true scavengers. They become the scavengers when there is a scarcity of food. What do you mean by scarce or scarcity of food? Scarce means the shortage of food. When they are not getting, actually hyenas, jackals and bears, they are carnivores. Actually they are carnivores, but sometimes when there is a scarcity of food, they become the scavengers. Then they just eat the dead bodies as well when there is a shortage of food. So when you read the page number 9, you will see the herbivores, carnivores, omnivores and scavengers. And among birds, the vultures are the true scavengers. Let's come towards the next topic, which is food chain. As we are discussing the food and food habits of animals, and now we are going to discuss the food chain. It is very important to understand the food chain. Sun is the main source of energy. All plants are taking energy from the sun and they are preparing their food. They are called producers. Means all producers, they are taking energy from the sun and they are preparing their own food. That's why they are called producers. When they have prepared their food, this food is used by other animals like herbivores. So the first group which are taking food directly from the plants or plants part, they are called herbivores. Here the example of herbivore is grasshopper. Means grass, the energy which is stored in the plants taken by the sun, that is transferred to the grasshopper. When the grasshopper eats the leaves, this energy transferred in the grasshopper. When this grasshopper is eaten by any frog or any other praying mantis, so this energy which is stored in the grasshopper, that is transferred to the frog. Now the frog Frog now is predator because it is eating grasshopper. But frog, at one time the frog is predator as well as prey, because frog is eaten by the snake. Here the snake is predator but the frog has become prey. Now this energy which is taken by the grasshopper by the frog, and now this energy which is stored in the frog, that is taken transferred to the snake, and snake itself is prey and predator, because when it is eating frog it becomes predator, but when it is eaten by the hawk it becomes prey. So now the hawk is predator. So predators like they are here producers and herbivores, omnivores, and these are different categories, means primary, secondary and tertiary consumers. These are called consumers because they are eating the other animals. So this chain, the transfer of energy from one organism to another organism is called food chain. There are a lot of food chains. It doesn't mean that grasshopper only is eaten by frog. That can be eaten by praying mantis. That can be eaten by any other birds. Okay, so means when, for example, if the grasshopper is eaten by the praying mantis and praying mantis is eaten by the snake or frog, so the food chain will be changed. And in this way, in one habitat or in one area, there are a lot of food chains. And when these food chains are interlinked with one another, and when they are interlinked, they make the food web. Means different food chains, when they interlink with each other, they make the food web. For example, from here, some plants, grasshopper, plants, we can say any birds, because birds are eating plants part as well. Bird is eaten by the hawk, or bird is eaten by the snake. So now that there are developed different food chains and they are interlinked with each other. Okay, so this, or in one food web there may be two or more than two. More than two can be a lot of make the food web. So here your topic is going to end. Let's talk about this picture. All this is discussed by by me at the board, and that is written. Their names are written: plants, sun, grasshopper, frog, snake, and hawk. So this is called food chains. I'm going to read it for you people. The various organisms are interdependent for food, means they depend for their food on other animals or plants. Herbivores feed on plants, carnivores feed on other animals. This interdependence forms a sequence called food chains. The interrelated food chain in a community form a food web. If the population of one component is affected, the entire food chain gets disturbed. For example, if grass of the food chain below is depleted, means there is a shortage of grass, what will happen? Definitely the animals which are directly eating the grass, they will be affected. They can be die, and when they can be die, there will be the shortage of food for the frog. And when the frogs are not present, definitely the snake will not have food because they are eating frog. In this way, if any one link, so these all organisms are called as link as well. Means here in this food chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 links. It is 5-link food chain. Sometimes the food chains are of 3-link food chain, sometimes 2-link food chain, like panda eats bamboos. This is 2-link food chain. Next topic is steps to avoid wastage of food. Food is very precious because it takes time to prepare the food by the plants. That's why we should not waste the food, because we can see that in our country there are a lot of people who don't have a sufficient food to eat. They are dying due to the scarcity of the food. When we talk about the third or like something, so there is a scarcity of food. So we should value the food, and we should not spoil or like waste the food. There are some steps which can help us that how we can avoid to waste the food. Number one is food should not be spoiled by other animals like rats, squirrel. When the food is produced or prepared, that should be saved properly so that the other rats or squirrel cannot destroy or eat the food, because this food is for the human beings. So next is we must eat food according to the requirement of our body. Sometimes when we go in different functions, we have seen that the people just make the piles of the food in their plates. This is totally bad habit. We should take according to the requirement of the body. Okay, so this is the second way that how we can save the food to be wasted. Next is never leave food uneaten in plates. It is really a good habit that whatever you have taken in the plate, that should be finished properly. We should not leave the food in the plates. Next is we should eat food which is easily available in the region and is seasonal. There are a lot of seasonal foods, seasonal vegetables, seasonal fruits. We should eat these vegetables, these fruits which are according to the season. So in this way we can save the food, and that should not be wasted. And second is that should be present in our region. Means the food which is present in our region, the area where we are living. So the food which is available in the area, we should eat such type of food which is available. And now come towards the homework. Open your books at page number 8. See page number 8. Check your progress. Have you seen? Check your progress. So the first question in check your progress is, which of the following is obtained from plants? Write its source. Options are oil, salt, egg and milk. So oil is taken from the plants, and what is the thing which is made by the oil? Means oil is made by the seeds. So the answer will be oil, and it is made by the seeds. Second is, which of the following is not obtained from milk? Write its source as well. Curd, definitely milk. Cheese, milk. But bread is not made by the milk. So the answer will be bread, and bread, the source of the bread is cereals. Name 5 plants and their parts that we eat. So I'm going to help you to write. Number 1, carrot. Carrot is the part which we eat, that is root. Potato, stem. Mint, leaves. Cauliflower, flowers. Apple, fruits. Now come towards the page number 10. See your book, page number 10, and this is activity. Okay, what is asked you to do? Make a list of all animals in your environment. Find out what type of food they eat. Note down the details in the table as shown. Here is a table. In the first group, you will write the name of animal, and in the second part, you will write type of food they eat. So the number one, we can say lion, tiger. They eat meat. Crow, they eat meat, fruits and grains. Sparrow, grains, seeds, and sometimes we are watching that sparrows are eating a very small insect as well. Number 4, vultures feed on dead animals. And number 5, crow. Cow eat grass. Now come towards the page number 11. 11, check your progress. Okay, check your progress. Here is grass. See, grass is eaten by rabbit and grass is eaten by grasshopper. Grass is also eaten by mouse. It means mouse, rabbit and grasshopper, they are eating grass, and grass is the producer. So they are called herbivores. Mouse, rabbit and grasshopper, they will be called as herbivores. Now the grasshopper is eaten by the hawk, grasshopper is also eaten by the lizard, and rabbit is eaten by the hawk, and mouse is eaten by the snake, and snake is eaten by the hawk. Here are some questions. Let's answer the question. Number 1, A part is name the herbivore in the food web. Herbivore, there are 3 herbivores: grasshopper, rabbit and mouse. B part is identify the carnivores in the given food web. Carnivores. Carnivores are the lizard, rabbit, snake and hawk. Rabbit, lizard, hawk, snake. They are the carnivores. And removal of which organism will harm the entire food web. Definitely, as we have discussed in the food chain, if the grass is removed, definitely the entire food chain will be disturbed. All the animal will be disturbed because the main source of food is grass. And in removal of which organism? Grass. If we remove grass, all the entire animals will disturb. Now come towards the assessment 1 at page number 12. Here are multiple choice questions. See these questions. Which of the following is a cereal? Almond, gram, mustard or wheat? Definitely wheat is the cereal. People of the village eat lots of fish, crab, prawns. The village is most probably in the forest, near the sea. In definitely crabs and prawns, they are present in the sea. So the answer will be near the sea. In a hilly region, in a desert. So which of the following contains proteins? Rice, maize, grams and all of these. Grams have more protein as compared to other. Which of the following adds flavor to our food? Flavor. Which of the following adds flavor to our foods? Definitely spices are used to add the flavor of the food. Which of the following is not an animal product? Honey, cheese, millet, milk. So cheese, honey and milk, they are the animal product, but millet is the plant product. So the answer will be millet. Walnuts are pulses, vegetables, cereals, dry fruits. Walnuts are dry fruits. Herbivores do not eat meat but can eat herbivores. Beef, fish, streaks. The answer will be fruits because the herbivore can eat fruits. Which of the following is a root? Potato, carrot, cucumber and onion. So the answer will be carrot. Now see the assessment number 2. Here we have done question number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Also 8 and 9 we have done in the previous class, and as a homework. Now we will do only question number 6, 7 and 10. In this exercise you will do 6, 7 and 10. 6 is, what do carnivore eat? Carnivore eat flesh of other animals. What are scavengers? Give example. Scavengers are the animals which eat on dead animals and other decaying food. Give example. Vultures, hyenas are the example of scavengers. And 9. Mention one food item typical of Sindh, Punjab, Balochistan, KPK. This will be done by the students' own self, because they will search that which food is popular in Sindh, which food is in Punjab, Balochistan and KPK. You will have to write only one name of the food. Now there are the answer of the B part. B part is the answer of the following question, 3 or 4 sentences. You will have to write 3 or 4 sentences for the answers. Number 1 question is, what are cereals? You will write the definition of cereals. Name different cereals and give examples of food items that are prepared. For example, we can when we talk about the cereals, these are the foods like wheat, barley, millet, rice or maize. Okay, so we can say that the different cereals give examples of food items. So wheat is the cereal, and bread and cakes are made by the wheat. Barley is a cereal. Bread and beverages are made by the barley. Rice is the cereal, and different desserts are made by the rice. Question number 2. How can wastage of food be prevented? These are the 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. These are the 4 steps which are written at the board, and you may write these steps as an answer. You can write only 3 steps, 3 or 4. Why are human beings called omnivores? Because human beings eat plants and animals both. That's why they are called omnivores. Give 2 more examples of omnivores. We have seen the example of sparrow, crow and shark, whale. These are the other omnivores. How is honey obtained from the honeybees? So for this answer, you will have to read the topic at page number 8, honey. You will find the answer from here. You will just write 2 or 3 lines for the answer. Next is, do all living things need the same kind of food? Why? All living things do not need the same kind of food, because their body is made up according to their food habits, because some are herbivores, some are omnivores, some are carnivores, some are scavengers. So all animals do not eat food, the same food. Okay, and why? This is the reason that their body is designed according to their food habits. So this is the work which you will have to do the neat and clean work. Take care, and Allah Hafiz till the next topic.